Hey, I'm TJCates with Ds Entertainment. I'll be reading today for the part of Policeman Number 1. So you want to be part of this racket. You know, all I see is you sitting on that bar stool looking like somebody's punching bag. And I want to know, what are you going to do about it? No, you. Would you expect somebody else to take care of it for you? Howard, maybe? All right, here we go. As long as you are my brother, you will never let this happen again. You don't need help. Listen to me. It is not violence that separates men. It is the distance that you are willing to go to separate you from other men. Look at me, Frank. Look at me. We're survivors. We control the fear. Without fear, man, we're good as dead. Do you understand me? Do you? Get your hands up. I said hands up.
I just need help.
Then do what I'm telling you to do. Look, this is your last warning.
Just fucking nuts.
Hello, my name is Jerry Glenn Jones, and I'm an actor with the Ds Entertainment. Sergeant Russell Warrington, you're charged with resisting arrest, multiple counts of assault on law enforcement officers, concealed weapon, and anything else we can pin on you. Oh, and by the way, at the time of your arrest, you had a high level of GHB in your system along with 0.26 blood alcohol content.
Yeah, I've been drinking, but I was drugged by someone. I didn't do that shit. I was robbed.
Look, we did a background check on you. We know you have no home, no family, and at one time you were a martial arts instructor. And according to this, war hero of some kind?
I'm no hero.
Life can be rough, son, but you can't take it out on the public. You just can't take it.
Don't call me son. Some drugger, some hooker, she drugged me.
Prostitution? You looking for more charges? Look, from hero to where you are now. Hookers, drugs, fighting the cops. You're a dangerous and unbalanced character, Sergeant Warrington.
I'm neither. This is all just a mistake.
This is no mistake. And furthermore, you will be confined for a period of 72 hours in a psychiatric ward for evaluation starting...
Bullshit, I want to see a lawyer.
Ever heard of 5150? Get him out of here.
No, you can't do this. I'm not crazy. I'm not fucking crazy.
I brought you some grub.
Where's the other freak?
The guy with the hair lip?
Mm-hmm.
He's on break. My name's Dale.
Russell, buddy. Yeah, thanks for the food.
You make sure you eat up. Now, I brought you some extra fruit, meat. It'll give you the strength that you need. Now, I know it's the best I can do. But like I say, you make sure you eat. It'll give you the strength that you need. It isn't the best shit, but like I say, just eat it.
Is this food safe?
Yeah, it's safe.
And these?
Yeah, not so safe.
Thanks, Dale.
Killing Joey because he was gonna testify against the mob, that's a crucifixion. And putting the sling on K.O. Dugan's head because he was gonna testify, that's a crucifixion. And every time the mob puts the crusher on a good man. That's a crucifixion. And every time they stop the citizen from doing his job, that's a crucifixion. They're just as guilty. Every one of you that keeps silent and know what's going on, you're just as guilty as the Roman soldier who pierced the flesh of our Lord to see if he still lived. Men, this is my church. And if you don't think that Christ is down here on the waterfront, you got another thing coming.
My name is Alex Seaton. I am represented by Ds Entertainment, and I'm going to be reading for the orderly.
Lights out.
I was so young, used to be this cheesy ass skeleton that would pop out, and you'd get really scared, and you'd come back crying to me, and you'd wrap your arms around my leg and beg me to go back in. And we would go the way through like that. Look, I just want to tell you, I'm the one who was supposed to take care of everything. I'm the one who was supposed to make everything okay for everybody. And I didn't. And I left. I left you. But you never did anything wrong. You know? I used to try to forget about you. I used to try to pretend that you didn't exist. But I can't. You're my little girl. You're my little girl. And now, I'm an old broken down piece of meat. And I'm alone. I deserve to be alone.
I'm Carlos Brooks Sinkfield with DS Entertainment. I'm auditioning for the role of the judge in the movie Blunt Force. Sergeant Russell Warrington, you've been charged with assaulting multiple policemen, resisting arrest, brandishing a firearm in public, and causing a public disturbance. How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor, with extenuating circumstances. The defendant was drugged and robbed before the incident and was not clear-minded when he committed these acts. What? Guilty? No, I'm not saying that.
Order! Your client's outbursts are not going to help his cause. The defendant's been under psychiatric evaluation in 2 facilities. In both, violent and unsound behavior have been documented.
Your Honor, Sergeant Warrington is a decorated veteran of the war in Afghanistan. He is a hero that defended this country, so he was given emergency leave to return home to attend the funeral of his own wife and daughter. This man has suffered so much. He'll be the first to admit some of his acts aren't irrational, but he is a good man who will take responsibility for his actions, but he deserves leniency.
You may be seated, Counselor.
I think we can reduce, if not eliminate, any jail time.
I've read the police report as well as the psychiatric evaluations of Dr. Jude Campbell. I've also reviewed Sergeant Warrington's exemplary military record and tragic events regarding his family. For these reasons, I will consider options other than the mandatory jail time allotted for the crimes. Is Dr. Campbell present?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Based on the time you've spent with the defendant at Bayview, you've recommended that his care continue at that facility under your personal oversight. Is that correct?
What the fuck? Yes, that is correct, Your Honor. At least for an evaluation period of 6 months. I'm not going back there.
Sit down, Sergeant Warrington. I'll have you removed from this courtroom if you don't calm yourself.
We agree counseling is available. Bayview for Dr. Campbell specializes in Sergeant Warington's particular disorder. What exactly is my motherfucking disorder? What do I have?
Bailiff, remove that man from the courtroom. I trust you know what you're doing, Dr. Campbell. This man appears to be trouble.
Jason Perry, Ds Entertainment, and I'll be reading for the part of policeman number 2.
Look, this is your last chance. Oh,
This guy's fucking nuts! This one night, my 2 brothers woke me up in the middle of the night, and they brought me out to the barn. I went up in a loft, and there was my older brother Dan with Alice. Alice Jardine. Picture a girl that is took a nosedive from the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. Well, Dan's got her shirt over her head, you know, and he's trying to take her bra off, and he's working on it. And Sean yells out, says, "Danny, don't do it. You're a young man." Well, Alice hears this, and she jumps up and screams. And she's trying to run out of the barn, and she runs right into the wall because, you know, her shirt's still over her face. Knocks her out cold. And Dan is pissed. So he's coming after Sean, but he realizes that Alice is unconscious. So he goes up there and grabs her leg, and he's like dragging her around, and he's coming after Sean, and Sean goes, "What are you getting on to me for, man? I just did you a favor." Oh, and he even gets even more pissed, so he grabs a shovel. And he comes after him just swinging it, and he hits a kerosene lantern, and it explodes. The damn barn almost burns all the way down. That was it. That was the last. Danny shipped off to basic the next morning. That was the last night we had together. Will you tell me about your wife and those rose bushes?